Hello, and thank you for connecting with me for this workshop. My name is Dr. Nina Mack, and you will be with me for the next 45 minutes to an hour. And I hope you enjoy this workshop. Give me a couple of seconds to share my screen. And then I am going to put this in slideshow presentation. Okay, so this workshop is technology and children. What do you really need to know? Here's an overview of the workshop. I would provide to you a brief background of myself, a brief intro of technology and children, technology and children's social skills, a YouTube, how technology affects a child's development, 5 free parental control apps that you can download to your computer, tablet, or phone. And then I'm going to present 4 tech tips. Tech tip number 1, laptops just for kids. Tech tip number 2, secure your devices. Tech tip number 3, secure your data. And tip number 4, free digital communication tools. And then I'll show another YouTube, what is ICT, and we'll talk about that. I have tips for all family members. I would provide to you my contact information. And then we're going to sum it all up and close out the workshop. By the way, these are links that you can click on any of these links to take you to any section in the presentation. If you would like a hard copy of the PowerPoint, feel free to reach out to me. And then that way you will have a copy for yourself. So a brief background of who I am. I have a doctorate in business administration. I majored in information systems management. My MBA is in information systems, by the way. I have over 25 years of experience in IT, which is information technology, and IS, which is information systems. I am a wife, a mother to one adult son. I have a daughter-in-law. I am a stepmother to 2 adult children, a daughter and a son, have 2 bonus grandchildren. I am a minister and an entrepreneur. I'm the founder and principal of Info in Connect Consulting, and that's pronounced In Connect. And the reason for the capital N, capital C, it is my initials, Nina Cain. It just worked out that way. So I emphasized the N and the C to distinguish the word In Connect. So it is pronounced In Connect. My husband, Woody Cain, is the president of Info in Connect Consulting. Who are we? We are an IT consulting services firm based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What we do, we cater to small businesses, agencies, educational sectors, faith-based ministries, and nonprofit organizations with their technology needs. What services do we offer? We offer IT consulting, desktop application and development training, IT career consulting, and audio video technology services. So technology and children. Technology can be empowering for kids of all ages with tools that help children learn in a fun and engaging ways, expressing their creativity and staying connected to others. Students who learn through technology can create a set of skills that will help them throughout their own future careers. Your children are part of the new information age. According to a Geyser Family Foundation study, Children between the ages of 8 and 18 spend over 7.5 hours every day using electronic media devices like computers, TVs, and cell phones. It is estimated that 75% of kids between the ages of 12 and 17 have their own cell phones. The world is changing, and technology is driving much of that change. To be prepared, children need to have a working understanding of current technologies and a high level of confidence in their ability to master newer and more complex tools. Next, I would talk about technology and children's social skills. So, parents, guardians, students, and other family members, I have two questions I want you to ponder on. Question one: how does technology affect your child's social skills? Think about that. Of course, you cannot answer me, but just think about it. Question two: what can parents do to encourage healthy social development? As mentioned with the Geyser Family Foundation study, kids are spending their time on devices than with interacting with family and friends. So here you see a picture. This is technology can facilitate social interaction. In this picture, this first part is no interaction. This is a social disconnect and development. The mom has traveled, she's in a hotel because she had to travel to work. In the second part is the father and his two children. Now, we're talking about technology. So, what happens is the overuse of screen time displaces time spent engaging in real life social interaction. They require face to face engagement to understand and use verbal and nonverbal communication. This, this disconnect can become particularly challenging in younger children. I'm not discounting older children because with younger children, they're learning virtually during this pandemic. The more time children spend on their devices, especially in the development of preschoolers, their social development skills begins to suffer. In older kids, there can eventually lead to isolation, loneliness, and depression. Studies have shown that increased use of devices leads to reduced quality time among family members and increased parent child conflicts. So, in this second picture, better interaction, social connection, and support, the good news is that not all technology usage is bad. Because as you can see in the top picture, the father and the children is watching the mother through a video conferencing or video platform. And then in the bottom, she's also is watching them. And here's the little picture to show that. So not all technology is bad. It can be used to bring people together, as you can see in this picture. And there is certainly the case for children and teens as well. Many report that use of social media platforms, texting, and other apps allow them to stay connected to peers they know in real life. It can also foster the development of friendship with peers around the world who have shared interests and goals because that student cannot travel to that location. Probably one, due to finance, two, the pandemic right now is going on. So to have these devices in hand, they can actually see their peers, connect with their peers with shared interests and goals. They can gain social interaction skills, and confidence with social communication in a more comfortable way. Social support groups online also allow children to share their experiences and receive encouragement and guidance that may not be available to them in their local community. So to the goal is to encourage healthy social development, as you see in this picture. Okay? So parents, what can you do to encourage healthy social development in your child or children? Well, I have a couple of tips. Let's take a look. Healthy social development, best interaction between parents and children. Here are three tips to encourage healthy social development. Tip number one, enforce time limits on devices and digital media using parental control apps. In the next couple of slides, I will provide you free parental control apps just for you. Secondly, the second tip, talk regularly with your child or your children about their relationship with their peers. This can help identify concern about a lack of real life relationships, as well as the social benefits a child perceives from their online activity. It can also help you be aware of inappropriate content or cyberbullying that may be negatively impacting your child. And the third tip here, be a role model of healthy device habits. Your child is watching what you are doing. If you at the dining room table having dinner and you pick up your cell phone to start texting and your child is talking to you, they see that. They watch you and they're going to mimic what you are doing. So you be a role model. It is critical that as parents or guardians, that you spend quality time face to face engaging with your children to support healthy social and emotional development. And here's a super tip for children. Every hour of screen time, here's a challenge. Do 1 hour of fresh air. Now let's put it all together and watch a YouTube video, How Technology Affects Child Development. Give me a couple of seconds to go to the video. I'm going to turn off my video of me so you can focus on the video, the YouTube video that is. And let me do full screen and then play. Enjoy the video.
20 years ago, it was normal for children to play outside all day, ride bikes, play sports, and build forts. Children's sensory world was nature-based and simple. Family time was spent doing chores and in the dining room. However, today, families have changed due to the rapid growth of technology and people's busy lives. Everyone is heavily dependent on technology to make their life more efficient. Today, children on average use 7.5 hours per day of entertainment technology, and that's a problem. The four critical factors that are necessary to achieve healthy child development are movement, touch, human connection, and exposure to nature. These ensure development of posture, bilateral coordination, optimal arousal states, and self-regulation. Young children are also required 2 to 3 hours of rough physical activities because it helps achieve adequate sensory stimulation to their vestibular, proprioceptive, and tactile systems. But now technology is preventing that. Technology impacts the basic foundation skills for achieving literacy and slows down child development. This is because visual and auditory systems are in overload when technology is abused. It also limits children's bodies to achieve optimal sensory and motor development. Due to technology, children also have less ability to focus and have a harder time to critically think. They use technology as a way to get out of social interactions, and this affects the development of emotions and empathy. This later on affects their relationship with others. The Blue light children are exposed to before nighttime suppresses the hormone melatonin, which regulates sleep and wake cycle. This makes it harder for children to sleep, which affects their development because sleep is when most of the development occurs. Other things like obesity and diabetes are national epidemics in North America and are directly related to the overuse of technology. Technology can also cause ADHD, coordination disorder, developmental delays, unintelligible speech, learning difficulties, sensory processing disorder, anxiety, depression, and much more. Technology makes children hardwired for high speed, so when they enter school, they struggle with self regulation and attention skills that are necessary for learning. Health officials seem unable to agree on the impact smartphones and similar devices have on developing brains. Studies contradict each other, and new benefits of technology are uncovered regularly. Due to technology, a child is more capable of handling rapid cyber searches, making quick decisions, and multitasking. The games they play can help develop peripheral vision. Also, visual motor tasks like tracking objects or visually searching for items is improved. Internet users tend to use decision-making and problem-solving brain regions more often, which is good for child development. Smartphones and tablets can foster learning concepts, communication, and companionship. Parents should be aware of all the possible side effects of smartphones can harbor, whether that be positive or negative. All of this inconclusive evidence can lead a parent to question when they should allow their children access to smartphones or other technology. There are many programs as of now which are trying to understand the complex effects of technology, and one of them includes the Tablet Project. The aim of the Tablet Project is to provide an evidence base for parents, policymakers, and scientists to understand how the youngest generation is developing in the context of a media-filled environment and to inform future decision making. One thing all the experts seem to agree on is that moderation is key. So, how parents create a balance for children so their children can experience the benefits without the negatives. They should monitor the use of technology, teach responsible usage, be familiar with new technology, and offer alternatives to technology. It is important for everyone, including parents and teachers, to come together and help society wake up and see the devastating effects technology is having not only on our children's physical, psychological, and behavioral health, but also on their ability to learn and sustain personal and family relationships. As technology continues to advance, knowledge regarding its detrimental effects is lessening. Though no one can argue the benefits of advanced technology in today's world, connection to these devices may severely affect the next generation. Rather than hugging, playing, roughhousing, and conversing with children, parents are increasingly resorting to providing their children with more TV, video games, and the latest iPads and cell phone devices. This creates deep and irreversible chasms between parent and child. It also raises questions like how will children be like in future generations? Could technology lead to an evolutionary disaster? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoy the video. Let me go back to the presentation. And like I said, the video was to sum up the things that I've already said, but in a video form, which I thought tied in really well of how technology affects child development. So, on the next slide, remember I mentioned earlier uh, that I will provide some free parental control apps. I have 5 here that you can check out and see which one you like better. You may have one of these. This is not a complete list. This is just some of the ones that I picked out from a list of 20 and 30, I believe. So I just picked 5. The first one is Famine Self Safe, app. It offers the best mixture of real-time location tracking, ad uh, it also have app blocker, web filtering, social media text monitoring, and driving reports on Androids or your Mac, Windows, and so forth. And SPYEC, it works on both Apple and Android phones. And Coco Spy is another powerful software that can monitor your kids remotely. Family Time, this is an application with many free features that you would pay elsewhere. And then Screen Time, it's another software that you can use to control your kids' iPhone activities. These parental control apps, they help ensure your children have a balance of screen time and non-screen time activities and enough in-person social engagement to allow for a healthy development and prevent isolation and loneliness. Again, you can request for a hard copy, and I'll be more than happy to give you a hard copy of the presentation. Next, I would talk about the 4 tech tips that would help you on your technology journey. The first tip is laptops just for kids. So, what features to look for when selecting a laptop for your child? Did you know many major retailers in the United States now have sections online in the store labeled quote unquote kid friendly, and others call out the features of some of their regular all ages computers are being suitable for kids? So the laptop might include things like fun color and design, software for kids' activities, capability for playing videos and games, a webcam and a microphone for communicating with friends and family by video, durable smudge resistant case, easy to clean or wipeable keyboard, parental controls such as preset web browser, an operating system for Windows or for Mac operating systems, educational software. And another feature of kid friendly laptop is the ability to withstand a certain amount of force or impact in case a laptop is dropped, because kids will be kids. So I recommend, even though most laptops would be better, they're sturdy, but I recommend that if your child is carrying his or her laptop from one room to another, to put it in a backpack or put it in a padded hard case to protect that laptop in the event that it drops. Because if it drops, something starts rattling in the inside, then you have to take it in to get it fixed. So save the expense. Ask your child, put the laptop in a secure backpack or a padded case. Okay. Tip number 2, secure your devices. Here are a few tips to help you keep your devices secure and prevent unauthorized access. Download antivirus software. By downloading antivirus software, you can ensure that your device remains secure and, and harmful viruses like Trojan horses don't, don't wreak havoc on your system. Next is update software patches. If your device requires an update on patches, do not ignore it. As a matter of fact, you should have the Windows update patch on at Windows updates on at all times so it can automatically update patches, because you're going to need that for Windows, in particular Windows 10 and even for Macintosh. So downloading it will ensure that your software is up to date and any no vulnerabilities in the software has been addressed. Next, the next tip, don't lend your work device or your laptop you receive from school to family and friends. You may ask why. Why, Dr. Mack? If they want to use it, they can use it. While it may seem harmless to let a family or friend use your device, they may not be aware of security threats and may expose your device to malicious software like a virus. And then finally, secure your laptop when you are not using it. Locking your locking your device or putting it away when you aren't using it ensures that no one can access your device, and it protects the sensitive information that is stored. So for parents who have laptop, you may have your tax information on there. You may have your mortgage information on there, your social security for, and if you have a laptop from work, if you're responsible for sensitive information, you really don't want family and friends to get a hold of that. The next tip, secure your data. Although your physical device may be safe, hackers and unauthorized parties can still access the data on your device through various cyber attacks. Here are a few tips to protect your data I would like to share with you. The first one, two-factor authentication. Recently, Zoom developers enhanced their two-factor authentication for the Zoom desktop client and the mobile app. We're using Zoom right now. Turning on two-factor authentication for your digital account provides another layer of security by requiring additional information to by identifying information during login. So for the two-factor authentication, they even have it for Facebook and Instagram right now. Don't ignore it because you would not want someone else to get a hold of your account. So it may be annoying to you, but take advantage of it, okay? Using a VPN. The VPN is a virtual protocol network. It encrypts your data, which makes it unreadable to any hackers or unauthorized parties, and ensure that your data doesn't end up in the wrong hands. And yes, you do have VPN on your cell phone and your mobile device, but you probably don't use it. And that's okay because many people don't even know that it's there. But use it when you want to secure your your important data information. I have here talk to your IT department. This is really designed if you're working from home, you have a laptop from your company, or um, those students that are at home learning virtually, that the IT department from the school has already put software on your laptop. So if you have any questions, talk to the IT department to make sure that you're following all recommended security measures. So you may need to talk to the IT department at the school or if you're working from home. Remain vigilant. And the reason I'm saying that is because phishing attacks are some of the most common cyber attacks. And you may ask Dr. Matt Cain, phishing? What is phishing? It is spelled PHISHING. So the PH is an F sign, F sound. What is phishing? Phishing attacks remain one of the oldest and most effective ways for hackers to penetrate a network. You can avoid them by scanning your attachments that's sent over email. Use the antivirus software. Check that the emails are coming from a known account, and compare and confirm requests you're receiving over the email using other communication channel. Because 67% of accidental insider threats still comes from phishing attacks. And this is according to Cybersecurity Insider. So again, phishing is a type of cyber attack that uses emails or a malicious website to infect your machine with malware or try to collect your sensitive information. Phishing emails appear as though they've been sent from a legitimate organization or someone you know. So these emails often entice us as users to click on a link or open an attachment containing a malicious code. Once you open up that attachment, the code is run in the background and your computer may become infected with a malware, and it takes some time to get it off. A good majority of people that fall for phishing emails are accidental. Lastly, the last tip, be aware of the network. It is easy to jump on a public Wi Fi network without knowing, but it could be compromised and you could be at risk. So, when you're at a coffee shop or at a restaurant, you may want to just jump on public Wi Fi to preserve your data. But if you're looking at what is the balance in my checking account, turn off your Wi Fi, turn on the data, spend that little money. Of course, if you have unlimited data, that's fine. But for those who have limited data that you're purchasing, but you just want to see the balance, don't use a public Wi Fi. Turn it off, use your data. When in doubt, reach out to your provider or your IT security team at your child's school or company to make sure that you do not use that your data is not compromised. Okay. And the last tech tip I want to share is free digital communication tools. Here are the top 5 digital communication tools for students to use. I provided a link for each one of them. Again, you only can click on the link if you actually have a hard copy. So the first one is Zoom, in which this is what we're using right now. Live stream video and video chat. It is free and they do have paid plans as well. Skype is another one, which is free. It's a video chat, text, a text chat as well. It's available for desktop, um, for Windows, Linux, and for mobile devices. We have Google Meet. So Google has Google Meet. It's a video communication service. And Google also have Google Drive, which is a collaboration on multimedia projects, share files, collaborating on documents, if you will. Then there's the WeTransfer. That's transfer files of almost any size that you can use WeTransfer. Another alternative is the Google Drive and Microsoft OneNote. Again, all of these are free and they do have paid plans as well if you want to exceed what they offer in the free plan. Information and Communication Technologies, which is ICTS, is a broad term for information technology, which refer to all communication technologies, including the internet, wireless network, cell phones, computers, software, video conferencing, social networking, and other media application and services, enabling users to access, retrieve, store, transmit, and manipulate information in a digital form. So I would like for us to look at the second video. It's about 7 minutes long, close to 7 minutes long. But this is talking about what is ICT, and it helps with the empowerment technology for grades K to 12. So give me a couple seconds to share that video. And, oh, not that video. Let me exit the full screen so I can share the other video. And I'm also going to stop my video so you can focus on the YouTube video. And I am going to do full screen right now and play the video for you for the next close to 7 minutes, 6 minutes and 57 seconds.
If we're having any tech queries,
Okay, let me restart that and share again. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, the YouTube video, a report made by the National Institute of Multimedia Education in Japan, proving that an increase in student exposure to educational ICT through curriculum integration has a significant and positive impact on student achievement, especially in terms of knowledge comprehensive, practical skills, and presentation skills in subject areas such as mathematics, science, and social studies. Next, I want to give a few tips to parents, guardians, grandparents, students, and other family members. Now, if you normally don't have a set schedule for yourself, it isn't too late to start. This is the best time to set yourself up with a working and breathing schedule to keep yourself organized for you and your children. If you do not have any children, this will work for you as well. It's true. If you're not the only one who's home, not only are you making a schedule for yourself, but you are making a schedule for others to fit into it as well. If the kids are currently doing virtual learning, this may be a little easier since you know how long they are going to do, since you know how long they're going to be focused on their own tasks before they start asking for your attention. So, the best way to make a schedule for yourself is number one, start with the time you wake up. The moment you wake up, you jump starting your day. Breakfast time. Number two, breakfast time and self care. That is so important to eat something. Your children should eat something. Number three, power working the first half of the day, then lunch, and then power working again for the second half of your day, and then wrap it all up and prepare for tomorrow. This isn't the most detailed list, but it's a start. It can be it would be smart to add some individual 5-minute breaks within your power working time as well. Next, take care of you. During this pandemic, you are working at home. Your kids are doing virtual learning. You can burn out when you're working from home. It can be easy to forget about self care. Do some exercising. You, if you have stairs to go up and down, if you live second floor, take advantage of the stairs. I take advantage of my stairs all the time. I run downstairs to the basement, run back up, run back down. I have one flight, but it's long flights. So take advantage of doing some exercise or exercise on the TV or a video exercise. Take a walk, jog, or run on the outside. Engage in your favorite hobby, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Have a spa day. I did have a spa day, get a manicure or a pedicure. That's what I did last weekend, and it's wonderful. Engage fun activity with your family. Just keep it moving because you have to balance yourself. You are helping by remaining at home, but that doesn't mean you should stop caring for yourself. It is still possible to burn out from working at home and because of the children virtually learning at home. Since we are caught in the routine of not going outside, some of us, if we're not essential workers, especially now that is getting colder on the outside, because of this, it's easy to forget what day it is or feel like our schedule is being shifted in a different direction. The joy of leaving the work office when we were going to the office was leaving the office. We just leave the office. And I have to see your work when you get home. You see your office work when you go back to work, but you're working from home. So make that separation while you're working from home. If you set up with an office space, like I have an office set up in my home, when I'm done with work, I close my door, turn off my computer, and close the door because I'm done with work. And then I'll come back the next day. If you have to leave your home, at least you know work is at work and you're leaving it there. You're not alone in this process, and we can continue to move forward one day at a time. I hope you take time to have a schedule for yourself. Take time to take care of yourself. You would need it. Here's my contact information. If you would like a copy of this presentation, my contact information is here. You can go to our website if you would like free consultation for IT, desktop application, or career development training, as well as career consultation or resume updates, or if you want consult for AV technology. Feel free to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you don't request a hard copy, you may want to take a picture of the contact information so you will have it. So you can pause this video and just take a snapshot of my contact information, okay? So summon it all together. What do you really need to know? Technology can be empowering for children of all ages with tools that help children learn in fun and engaging ways, expressing their creativity and staying connected to others. Yes, there are pros and cons of technology, and it will affect the children's social skills. But you, as parents, you can control their usage. I provide 5 parental control apps that will help you ensure your child or children have a balance of screen time and non screen time activities. I presented 4 tech tips to help you and your child in your technology journey. I provided links to the YouTube, but we also watch 2 YouTube videos: Tech and Children Social Skills, and What is ICT, which is the Empowerment Technology for grades K to 12. Take time to make a schedule for yourself. Don't forget about yourself. This task is very important for you to jumpstart your day. And again, finally, take care of you. You are not alone. We will all get through this pandemic together. Thank you so very much for spending your time with me. I hope that you enjoy this workshop. Reach out to me again if you like a hard copy. Reach out to me for any technology needs. This concludes the Technology and Children Workshop. Have a wonderful day.